All right, good morning, guys. Today we're going to be talking about naming decimal fractions in expanded form, in word form, and in unit form. So first I want to have us look at this number here, 3047. So when we look at the number 3047 in numerical form, this is what it looks like. It's written in numbers. We're able to see how many numbers there are in the number. Here we have 4 numbers, 4 digits, but they're not worth 3 ones or 4 ones or 7 ones. They're worth different values based on where they would fall on the place value chart. When we write this number in word form, or the way we would say it if we were asked in class to read the number, is 3047. So here we have standard form, which a lot of times I'll call numerical form. Here we have word form. And we have one other way of showing it, and it's called expanded form. Expanded form allows us to see what the value of each digit actually is. So we know that this is 3000, so we'll write it as 3000. We know that we have nothing in the hundreds place, so we don't write anything. In the next non-zero digit we have is a 4, and that's 4 tens, so that's worth 40. 4 tens is worth 40. And 7 ones would be written as 7. Now, expanded form can be written in that way, but it can also be written as a number multiplied by the power of 10. So what is 3000s? It's 3 groups of 1000. So we're always going to be writing in expanded form. We're going to be writing a digit times a power of 10. And when I say a power of 10, I mean either 10, 1, 100, 1000. It's going to be a 1 with some number of zeros after it, or just a 1. But here we go with 3000. It's 3 times 1000. 40 would be 4 groups of 10. And 7 is 7 groups of 1. So 7 times 1 makes 7. 4 times 10. If you notice, we're multiplying by what that would be on the place value chart. This would be in the thousands place. This would be in the tens place. This would be in the ones place. Now we're going to look at that if we had a decimal, okay? So I want you to think about the number 1000. All right, 1000. How is 1000 going to be shown as in standard form or in numerical form? How would we write 1000th in numerical or standard form? How would we write it in word form? Sometimes word form is the easiest because we can hear ourselves as we say it. So 1000th, 1000th. And that TH is important because it tells us that not only is it on the decimal side, but it's a part of a whole. It would mean 1,000 of these would make 1. In standard form, if we use our place value chart, it may help. I know that I have 1, and I want to put it in the thousands place. So if you look at this place value chart, we have nothing in any of the whole numbers. We have nothing in the tenths. We have nothing in the hundreds, and we have one place value disk in the thousands, which means we have one group of 1000. So let's talk about an expanded form first. Since we know we have one group of 1000, we can write it like this. One group of, how do I write 1000? Well, I know there's 3 decimal places. Let's write it in numbers here. 0, 0, and 1. We know our decimal point is here. That's how we write it in standard form. 0 and 1000. We can also write it as one group of 1000. So that's another way to write it in expanded form. One group of 1000. Or in numerical or standard form like this, and in word form 1000. Let's do one other one. What if I had 3000s? Well, if I had 3000s, I'm going to have 3 groups of 1000 in there. So let's start with word form, 3000s. I like to start with word form because I can hear myself saying the word, and all I have to do is write it down. 3000. Okay. In standard form, the way we would write it as a number, let's use our place value chart. 0 tenths, 0 hundredths, and 3000. So we know it's going to look like 0 and 3,000. Okay, now the last thing is to write it in an expanded form. And again, our place value chart can help us. we have three groups of 1,000. See, there's one group, two groups, three groups of. So remember, three groups of, I like to, when I'm translating from words to math, I like to hear that word of and think, oh, that's probably a multiplication sign. Three groups of 1,000th is a way to write that in expanded form. Again, when we're doing this, when we're writing these in expanded form, we're going to have a number. How many groups of, and then what place value it's in. So we know this is thousandths. How many groups? We had three. Okay, let's try one more. Let's try 13 thousandths. 13 thousandths. So 13 thousandths is going to be a little different because I know I can hear there's going to be two non-zero digits in there. 13 thousandths. All right, what does that mean for me? 13 thousandths. I can put 13 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's getting crowded. 11, 12, 13. If you guys remember from last year, when you have a group of 10 in one of these place value charts, you can cache those 10 in and it creates one group in the place to the left. And that's because this group, the hundredths, is 10 times greater. So it takes 10 of these with thousandths to make 1/100th. And I can kind of show you that over here. 10 hundredths is equal to 10 thousandths is also equal to 100. These are equal. If you remember, I told you that 0 after the last non-zero number. So any zeros at the end of a decimal, after decimal numbers, any zeros really don't change the value. So 100th is equal to 10,000. So I'm going to take 10 of these and cache them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So all this 10 I'm going to take and they're going to become one group of 100th. Now I'm left with 3 thousandths and 100th. And if we were to write this on our place value chart, we would have 0, 1, 3. And how would we read this? 13 thousandths. Remember, when we're reading a decimal number, we read the number as it would be a normal number, 13, and then we look above. All right, where is the last digit? What's the place value? Thousandths, so that's the unit name, and that's how I'm going to call this number, 13 thousandths. So to write this on a place value chart helps us to see it in standard form, 0 and 13 thousandths. And then in expanded form, we can look at our place value chart again to help us. So in expanded form, we're only concerned with the numbers that are not zeros. We have one group of 100, hundredths. So 1 times 100th. And I know the hundredths would have 2 decimal places because that's where the hundredths would fall after the decimal, the second one. And then we're going to add that to how many thousandths we have. We have 3 thousandths, so that's going to be 3 groups of 1,000. And that's how we would show 13 thousandths in word form, standard form, and expanded form. All right, guys.